firstly, we're starting with Chelsea. So Chelsea Football Club have signed it. They signed their number 7th transfer of the season in a keeper Mendy, who was presented to the world. Is it yesterday? He was announced as a Chelsea player, which we also got some news today from Frank Lampard saying that he will not feature in the games that will be played this week because he just signed this week, so he's gonna be given some time, so that maybe at least the week that comes after this one, which is next week, he will actually be ready to come and present or represent his new club, Chelsea Football Club. So I want to hear your thoughts, guys. What do you think? Because Chelsea have signed a lot of players, guys, and you can check them in the descriptions. I did put all the names of those people when I was working on this video, so that at least you have an idea of all the players that Chelsea had to sign just for this season. So it's a big long list. It's a pretty big long list because there are 7 players, and we are still hearing if it could be true that they are still being linked with other players to actually join the club. For example, like Declan Rice. Those are some of the Chelsea players, some of the players that are linked with Chelsea and could join Chelsea. We are yet to see what exactly happens, and we'll keep you updated in terms of the development of the story, and we'll tell you what is going on if they are going to sign, because there's still about 2 weeks left in the transfer window. And remember, it's closing on the 5th. Is it on the 5th? Yes, on the 5th of this season. So that's a pretty long time for other deals to be done. So you never know what Frank wants. But don't you think that if he keeps signing these players and keep bringing in more players, he's just increasing the more, what is the word? Is he not just like increasing the more pressure he'll be putting upon himself? Because as a manager, as much as it is nice to be a manager, as nice as it is good for you to be, but managing a club like Chelsea, which has a history of firing people if they don't deliver what they want, that can put a lot of pressure on a manager, especially a manager who's starting. Like he's just starting. I think this is his 2nd year, or he's going to his 3rd year. He had his 1st year with Derby, and the 2nd year he was in the Premier League with Chelsea, which was last year, and this is his 3rd year he's going as a manager. So in terms of manager skills and all the things you are expected as a manager to have, he's still yet to be experienced, to have more actual understanding of what a manager has to do and the roles of a manager, and actually information to give out in this, like to the media before games, the information not to give out. Because I remember the game against the Liverpool, he talked about a lot of things. He gave out a lot of information that wasn't even worth it. Because one thing that we know about the media, what they do, they are always trying to force the manager to review their team that is going to play for the week. So I was listening to the conversation he was having with the media, Frank Lampard, and I felt like, if you ever watch people like Jose Mourinho, Guardiola, and Jurgen Klopp, whenever they're asked of players who are going to be available in the club, especially when the media goes straight forward, the main media, I mean, when they go straight forward, actually mentioning the names, it's always advisable that as a coach or as a manager, you don't review to the media to tell them that, yes, like today Klopp was asked about Thiago on his press conference, and he said that he's training, but for the game is just one of the representatives. He's not sure if he's gonna be there. Klopp is still thinking of who to put. That is a way of a manager to like get away with murder whenever you're asked by the media who's gonna be there in your team. So with somebody like Frank, if you watch the Liverpool press conference, you can actually hear he actually mentioned a lot of players who he was asked about, and he made it sure to the Liverpool team to actually have an idea of the team that he was going to present to them in the game. And it, in a way, I think it made job easier for Jurgen Klopp and his people to work. I'm just giving this because I noticed it from afar, and I'm not even part of this manager, and I don't even have experience even in what I'm doing right now, but I noticed that I think he gave a lot of information, which I feel like he has to work on it and maybe learn from the best who have been doing this for such a long time, e.g. people like like Jose Mourinho and stuff like that. I am just saying, I don't know, that's me. You can also disagree or agree with me in the comment sections. Please let your thoughts be known. Tell me what you think about the case. At the same time, guys, do us a favor. Please hit that like button, click the subscribe button, and click the share, the bell icon, so that you never miss any video that we drop out whenever we are live. And also show your appreciation, guys, by leaving comments on whatever the stories that we are gonna mention here, guys, because there's gonna be pretty much a lot of information we're gonna mention in this video or in this live stream. Especially, for example, we are gonna be covering information about all the transfer news that have been happening. We are gonna be talking about the games that happened yesterday that the people might not know that actually happened, especially maybe the Europa Cup, for example, if I may say. And we'll move on to other things, but also covering the transfer news. So please stick along, because we're gonna be here for some time, because I've not been doing this news, if I may say, this news, giving you information of whatever that is happening here, the daily news for the past 2 days. So there's a pretty a lot of things to cover, and I'm gonna try by all means to be simpler enough to cover as much as I can, so that I don't waste your time and I don't say a lot which is not even really necessary, if I say. So I hope you stick on for that, and we'll actually tell. So firstly, before we go anyway, guys, we wanna talk about this Super Cup. Bayern Munich yesterday played against, with Sevilla. They were told they were playing the Super Cup to identify who of them is the champion of the world, if I may say, the champion of the world, after all the games that were played. And it was an interesting game. I did a watch along for that. I actually had forgotten that there was a game, so I was actually interested in doing a game that was Liverpool youngsters who were playing against a Division 1 team which was called Lincoln. So I had no idea until somebody in a way mentioned, or I did find out some information which talked about the Super Cup, and I had to actually change my stream with something that I don't want to do again, but I had to do that so that at least I give you the information of the bigger game that was the Super Cup at that moment. And I hope that people did enjoy it, because I had a lot of people joining in, especially from Spain, and some from Germany. Some did show their reactions on the like button, but less on the end. Some people did subscribe to the channel, which is always something that we appreciate. But I hope it was an amazing game. So yesterday, like I'm saying, let me show you the info. Bayern Munich was playing Sevilla for the Super Cup, and the game finished 2-0. Bayern Munich winning by 2-0. And there was one player who did shine in the game, if I may say. There was a player who did shine, who's Koreska, if I may say. Okay, let me, than to just keep saying what I'm saying, let me put the information for you so that you see what I'm talking about here. There's something that I need to fix here, guys. Koreska is the player who did shine, and he did score amazing goals though. I don't know if you watched it, but he did score amazing goal. Okay, so this is the information, and I'm still using that software. You already know it, guys. So this was the game. Okay, so this was the game, and it finished the Bayern Munich 2, Sevilla 1, which was an interesting game, which was actually competitive, guys. Sevilla was fighting in this game, even though Bayern Munich did dominate in terms of position, which is always what you expected, because remember, guys, they got a treble, and I felt like they deserved to win this one, because they had an interesting season that they had. So they did win, like I'm saying. And Leo Koreska is the player who scored, if I may say, 2 goals, right? No, he scored 1, in fact. Then Juvi Martinez scored the last one, which was the second goal of the game, which gave Bayern Munich the win. So this game continued, guys. That it even went to the extra time, which was an interesting time. Challenging, yes, it was challenging, but they did fought their way to win the game. As you can see, there were a lot of players who were actually given yellow cards for this, and the keeper of Sevilla made a mistake which led to, is it the second goal? I think it's the second goal. the second goal, which Martinez scored when he was coming from substitution. So the players that impressed me. Leroy Sané was playing so good. Lewandowski as usual, and Muller, Gnabry, of course, he was moving. Then Alphonso Davies was not in the game because he was believed that he had an injury. He entered in the game and he played so amazingly well, guys, to actually help these guys to get the win. So that's the information that we have on this. So we move on to the next information that we want to share with you today, guys, which is also the Super Cup. Is it not Super Cup as such? The Europa Cup was played for as well. A lot of teams played for the owners of the Europa Cup, which was yesterday, the 24th of September. Yes, a lot of games were played. A lot of teams did represent themselves in these games, and one of them that we were looking at, definitely I was looking at, is none other than Tottenham Hotspurs, the Jose Mourinho boys. Even though I didn't watch the game, it is believed, or the results showed, that Tottenham did win the game by 3-1, which was an amazing game for them, according to the people who were watching it. Because I have a lot of the Tottenham Hotspurs that I live with around here, guys, my friends, or some people that I talk to. Even on this channel, there are some Tottenham friends. I don't know, they can actually try to agree with me or say whatever they want to say. Please say it in the comment sections. Tell me how you felt of the game and how did it go for you. You can leave that on the comments below. But anyway, let's go. This is how the game played. I don't even know the people who scored. So Harry Kane, firstly, the person who scored was Lamela, 5 minutes in the game, which I was told Harry Winks got a yellow card. Then these guys did make it draw. Vania Nafim from the team that they were playing with, which is what? Keskej. I don't even know which team is that, which made it 1-1. But 70 minutes, Young Son, who has been on fire, did score a goal, and Harry Kane, by an assist from Son, did score the last goal. So last goal of the game, which made them finish 3-1. I don't know how much the game was, so I'll be seeing the stats for you as well. So Son was the player of the game who did shine. That's why maybe he got the man of the match game, and he did have 2 assists. So it means he did assist Lamela, at the same time he assisted Kane, and himself did score. But they didn't reveal who scored with him, who assisted him to score. Was it one thing that, like something that he did on his own? You never know. That has not been revealed, but he had an assist for 2 goals. So that's the information. I think the highlights are already out on Facebook. They already have those channels that always show you the football highlight. I'm going to go look at it and see how the games were like. But okay, we don't want to waste time. As you can see, the stats of the players, how they performed and how the game was like in terms of the domination. It was 65-35, so it means Tottenham had an upper hand in the game, so nothing else there needs to be said. So congratulations to Jose Mourinho, guys. I don't know what does this mean. It means they've qualified for the Europa, or do they need to play other teams as well to actually reach the qualification? Please let me know in the comment sections what is left now for Jose Mourinho to do before he can actually celebrate and say that he is available in the Europa Cup next season. Because I'm telling you, if he is there, he's gonna win the Europa Cup. Because one thing that each and everyone in this world we can never deny, Jose Mourinho is a winner. He does it even though he doesn't. One thing that I know about Mourinho, he doesn't care or even take any advantage or even try to listen to the process of getting to the win. What he only wants is the win. So that's exactly the situation that is there at hand. So we have to wait and see on the development of the story, but we'll let you know in terms of the development of whatever that happens, and we'll give you all the information you might need to know about it. So let me say that we'll keep talking to you guys on that. Let me move on the next issue and let you know what is happening as well. The next information that we have on our news podcast, like I'm saying, we are now moving to the transfers, and we need to talk about none other than They Chelsea guys, they've had an amazing time in signings. Like they did sign, like I was saying, they did sign Timo Werner, Hakim Ziyech, Ben Chilwell, Ming Saha, Malang Saar, or is it Malang Saar or Malang Saar? I don't know how you pronounce it, guys. You let me know. Thiago Silva, who came on a free contract, free loan. Kai Havertz, who was actually the expensive of all the players that were there. At the same time, Edouard Mendy, the new goalkeeper, who is joining Chelsea. If I'm correct, I'm 100% sure that I'm correct. The new goalkeeper who's joining Chelsea. So I want to hear your thoughts. I'm really curious to find out what I hear. That I was listening to Terry. I think you know it, Football Terrace. I was listening to the Chelsea fans talking about him, saying that, well, they feel like he has done a lot to deserve to be where he is. No, not like he has done a lot. They are saying this with what Kepa has been doing for the club. Any deadwood, not really deadwood, but anyone who does join and they represent, it would actually be more acceptable than what Kepa Abazalaga, is it how you pronounce it? Abazalaga. I think so. I don't know. You try to correct me there, or maybe I should ask Google. I'll ask Google later before we finish this show. So that's what they're saying. The player is Mendy, Edison Mendy. Let me put the information on the screen like I always do. There's the information, guys. So they're saying that done deal. Chelsea have completed the £23 million transfer of Edison Mendy from Rennes. He joins on a 5-year contract. Source Chelsea FC. So this is the new goalkeeper. He's tall, guys. That's one thing that we've been told. His height is just unique. He's really tall. So that is going to play a bigger role. And Kepa was tall as well, but they're saying this guy is taller. So I think it's going to be almost the same as the bar or what, we don't know. We'll find out. It'll be hard for people to score Chelsea though. I don't know. What you think? We want to know exactly what does he do. What does he offer to the Chelsea club and what he'll be doing? That's all we want to find out. Oh, there's the information. Chelsea have not messed about this transfer. Hakim Ziyech £35 million, Kai Havertz £62 million, Timo Werner £50 million, Ben Chilwell £50 million, Ming Saha free, Thiago Silva free, Edison Mendy 23. So that is all that Frank Lampard did. And Declan Rice is ready to force the issue at West Ham and push for a move to Chelsea before the window shuts. That is interesting news, guys. It seems like Chelsea are still not yet done in this business, guys. Still not yet done. We have to wait and see on the development of the story. This is what was happening when they were preparing for this. Other news that, guys, you might have missed out. We were informed that the guy or the player we know a lot in Gini Ronaldo did refuse to sign a contract at Liverpool. This is now a boring situation. I hope it can be finished. So this is the main issue. Dan Frank de Boer has replaced the Ronald Koeman as Netherlands head coach. We don't really know what Frankie de Boer can do, but that's the information we have. Dan Dio, Atletico Madrid and Barcelona have reached an agreement over the 5.5 million transfer of Luis Suarez. The move is subject to pass his medical and agreeing and formalizing the Uruguay's contract. Source Athletic English. Leeds United and Aston Villa are both showing interest in Ross Barkley, who has fallen down from peak order at Chelsea. So because of the signings and all the people who have been involved, that is to be the situation that is happening, guys. That's why we're being informed, so we'll let you know what happens in terms of the development of the story. But that's why we're being told that Barkley is actually somebody who's needed by two clubs. The one that was promoted to the Premier League last season, and the other one that is being and survived the relegation last season as well, and the other one that was promoted this season. Ross Barkley is somebody who's stable and can be a good quality in terms of leadership in these young clubs, and they actually help them to actually achieve something. We'll wait and let you know in terms of the development of the story, but that's what we are being told, guys. The sources, the Telegraph, you can go check it out. Maybe they now have more information on that. And I want to hear what the Chelsea fans feel, because they were talking about the club depth, like squad depth, in terms of their Chelsea and all the signings that they did this season. But there's a player now who's looking like he's about to leave, so we want to hear what's going to happen from this. Oh, hello, say, how are you? Hey, Bayern Munich were on fire. We're really on fire. I did watch the game. I did do a watch along for that. You can check it out if you're interested. I like Liverpool and Madrid, but Bayern is the best team of the world right now, no doubt. Nobody's disagreeing with you. They say I am a Liverpool fan and I agree on this one. Bayern Munich, a team that is on fire at this moment, and they deserve to be there. Imagine they took a Premier League treble. At the same time, they were going after a lot of things. So it's really amazing to see what Bayern Munich are doing. So I don't know. We'll look at this issue and we'll keep you updated in terms of the development. You can say whatever you say. If you want to say something, I'm here. I'm really watching each and everything that you say. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe. Please help us by doing this as this favor. Share this video in different platforms of social media so that a lot of people can come and join us, so that we actually enjoy. So let's continue with the transfer news as we are doing, guys, before we move on to other news. The transfer news is what we are looking at the moment, and I want to hear your thoughts and what you think of what you're going to be covering. And please leave your comments if you have something that you want me to talk about. I'll do so. And if you want to talk exactly like communicating with me on Twitter, I can always put the link right now in the description. Then we start talking about whatever you want to talk about on Twitter. You let me know down in the comments. But in terms of actually talking, I'm gonna be fixing something. If you know the application that is called StreamYard, there's gonna be some people who are actually interested, who will talk about in the email somehow. I'll get you, then give you the link, then you can actually connect with me before we actually log in to start, so that we can actually enjoy the time that we have together. That will be to come. You let me know when you're ready, guys, or as much as we grow as well in terms of this page. So thank you. We'll talk about that. Let me continue with the transfer news. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. That plays a bigger role to us. So let's continue. We were talking about the Ross Barkley deal, guys. Let's move on. Alex Taylor has signaled his determination to move to the Old Trafford this summer. Matt Judge is trying to drive down the price with Porto because the left back only has 1 year left on his contract. Source Telegraph. So we have been told about this. If you follow Football Terrace with Terence, you actually find out that there have been a lot of information in terms of this deal, and it seems like United, as much as they are interested in signing he's the left back, right? He plays left back, right, for Porto. There's also some issues that they are trying by all means to put the money down. I'm just hoping that they don't repeat the Reguilon deal with Madrid, that another club comes and take over the thing before they actually do something. I'm just saying that to the United fans, that how do you feel, how confident are you that this deal can actually happen before it closes, this transfer window closes? I want to hear from you with that. Let me know on that. Tottenham and Inter Milan remain 10 million euro apart in their valuation of Milan schedule. Inter wants 60 million for the defender. Talking ongoing. Source Fabio Romano. So we have been told about this guy. I heard Terry was actually doing an analysis of this player, how good he is, comparing him with the Premier League best, talking the likeness of Virgil van Dijk, Maguire, and also the newly bought player Gabriel from Arsenal, who we are gonna see on Monday against Liverpool how good he is. We'll let you know. So he's a good defender, as much as I've heard, as much as we have heard. We wait to see what happens, but it seems like there's still some disagreements. From Italy, with Francisco Totti has said to move to return to Roma on their new sporting director. Oh, that's good. That's good. Declan Rice is ready to force his ears. I did talk about this one in the signings of this. Fulham have logged and has logged an offer of 80 million euro to sign a Barcelona youngster Jean-Claire Thibaut. RMC Sports report. Luis is currently saying an emotional goodbye to Barcelona, which was yesterday. It's not a player. It's not just a player leaving. A human being who has feelings is leaving. Oh, a human being who has feelings is leaving. So that's sad. Really sad. Really sad. You might wonder why am I saying that sad. Let me let you know, guys, if you didn't know. Oh, Luis Suarez. What happened is this. He came to Barcelona right from Liverpool. I think he was sold for 70 something million pounds. I think, I'm not really sure. You let me know if you know the information. All Liverpool fans, please let me know. I want to hear your thoughts. So what happened is this: after all these things, after all these the achievements he has got and what he has done for the club in terms of Barcelona, he won 13 trophies under them. He is the third most player with more goals in Barcelona history. The first one being Messi, secondly followed by an older player, I don't even know his name, then third it's Luis Suarez with more goals in Barcelona. But when Ronald Koeman came, he did by all means show that he had no any interest in working with Luis Suarez in his new Barcelona plan or whatever he was planning to do. So he called Suarez in a 1-minute conversation, let him know that as much as you have been a Barcelona legend, we are not interested in you. So that might be helpful, which was actually maybe one of the reasons which forced Messi thinking of actually leaving the club. But we don't really want to talk about those things. These are other stories that we thought we had passed. But now that's where we are, guys. That's the information we have at the moment, that Luis Suarez is now leaving to go to join Atletico Madrid. It's like a swap. Now when you look at it, it's like a swap of Griezmann and Suarez this side. He's going to be playing for them for 5 million, as you have seen, 5 million euro, as you see. But we wait to see the development of the story. But this is the information we have, guys. It hurts as much as we know that it hurts, but we actually have to understand, like he's saying, he's a human being who's living, not just a player. As much as you want, he just decided to go. So he won't be a Barcelona player anymore. There won't be those celebrations at the Camp Nou unless he's going to be coming there to beat Barcelona. And in that situation, than to go running, he has to actually raise his hands as a sign of respect, which he didn't show against Liverpool when they were playing at the Camp Nou. If you remember last season, or was it the season when Liverpool won the pre-Champions League? You know what I'm talking about. You actually know the story, people, so don't say that you don't know. Let me know in the comment sections. We move on, guys, on that issue. Goodbye to the legends, Luis Suarez. Thank you very much. I did see some videos that they made on the Barcelona page just to give him some appreciation, and the people actually knows how much he is as a player, how much he means to the club as a player, which was really which I actually highly appreciate, and that's it's very good. But we'll let you know, guys, on the development of the story as we move on. It's already complete, so there's no any developments that are gonna happen, but we just let you know when you'll be announced as the Atletico Madrid player, at the same time the jersey, and when he'll start playing for the club. Remember, La Liga has already started, so that is that, and that is that. That's all I can say. That is that. So let's move on to the next issues that we have, guys. I think I did justice on as far as the issue. You can listen to it if you missed it, guys. Oh, Marcel Allegri would be interested in Roma. Marcel Allegri would be interested in the Roma head coach if he is offered the role. So Carlo Della Sports, okay, Delo Sports. That's what you said, Delo Sports. PSG abandoned their pursuit of Dele Ali because his wage demand are too high. Telegraph. So, like we did let you know that he was interested in leaving, but it seems like the wage are too high for them to actually get the player. Okay, so that is that. Oh, guys, I'm gonna play an audio for you. I don't really know if I'm allowed to show this on the YouTube, so I don't get in trouble. So those people who actually speaks the language can actually say if they understand. This is something that Luis Suarez did say before he left.
Es muy difícil para mí.
So it's a small video, guys. He's actually emotional, crying because he had developed a bigger connection with the club.
Es muy difícil para mí.
Rather than he developed with Liverpool, or I can say, in terms of how their work and their connection with Messi were like. But that's it, guys. Suarez gets emotional during his farewell press conference at Barcelona. Source FC Barcelona shows and prove the information. So we move on. We move on the case. We move on the case. We move on the information, and this, guys, is gonna shock you because Frank Lampard did too much business. He is about to lose one of the biggest players that I felt was one of the biggest players of the future. Let me explain what I mean. Chelsea forward Callum Hudson-Odoi is pursuing for a loan move away from the Stamford Bridge after falling down from the break in order of the club. Source Talksports. So if this kid goes like what Sancho did, it's gonna be I don't even know what to say. What is this now? What is this? Oh, what an interesting guys. Look at this. It's crazy. That's other people's announcement. Done deal. Aaron Hickey has completed a permanent transfer from Hearts to about the 18-year-old makes the move from the Serie A side for an undisclosed fee. Okay. Fenerbahce are in talks with Aston Villa over a deal for Mbwana Samata on an initial loan. Sky Sports does report the information. I hope I don't get in trouble for that thing with YouTube. I just hope. Okay. Photo confirmation of Florente's move to Leeds United. He has signed a 4-year contract. How old is he? He looks old. I don't know. You let me know in the comment section. I'm not really sure how Diego Llorente is. How old is he in fact? Okay. Done deal. Real Sociedad have announced the sale of Diego Llorente to Leeds United for around 25 million euro. So I think he's a big player. We have to wait and see on the development of the story. Arsenal have registered an interest in signing Jorginho from Chelsea, while Atletico Madrid are confident of securing a loan deal for the midfielder Lucas Torreira. Sky Sports report. So Jorginho needs. It seems like Arteta has an idea. He is including Jorginho in part of his plans and is letting Torreira out of his part of his plans. Also, as we continue, guys, leave your comments and your thoughts if you have something to ask. There have been no official offers for Jesse Lingard. However, Lingard's representatives have held initial conversation with a number of clubs in England and in Europe, but none of approaches at this moment, this stage, with persuade for Lingard to leave Manchester United. Sky Sports report. Okay, done deal. Borussia Dortmund have completed the signing of Jimmy Ball from Gate after the youngster left Manchester City. The 16-year-old attacker has been viewed as one of the best prospects in the English Academy Football Club. So I see what Borussia Dortmund is doing. Don't say I'm not seeing you. They are doing what they did with Sancho, and they want to do that again with him. And they are doing what they did again with Haaland to develop these players, then make a lot amount of money. In other words, Bayern Munich, they are not interested in winning trophies, but they are interested in developing new players to make money. They are like the Ajax of 2018-2019 in that team that had De Jong, all those players that were a lot. That's what is happening here with Ajax, and they're doing that at the moment. I don't know what you think. Let me hear your thoughts in your comments down in the comment section. Nicolas Otamendi is very close to move back to Porto. Manchester are set to accept a loan for him out and still pay for half of his wages. The defender is due in Portugal in the coming days, so he can have his medical and sign contract with the club. Okay, Porto. Lyon playmaker Hosea Amoa is keen on a move to Arsenal. The Frenchman is waiting for the English side to piece together the finances that allows him to lay head to the Gunners. The Independence report. Southampton have joined the rest to sign Ruben Loftus-Cheek on a loan from Chelsea after he is also falling from grace after the new signing that Chelsea have done. Dan deal Bayern Leverkusen have signed Santiago Ale on a season-long loan for the Atletico Madrid with an option to buy next summer. Nacho Fernandinho is set to leave Real Madrid before the transfer window shuts. Italy looks like is the most likely destination, with Juventus and Napoli and Roma interested in the defender. As usual, the Italian clubs, they always go for the young people, for the old people, not the young people. Dan deal, Calera have signed Diego Godin from Inter Milan on a 3-year contract. Okay, the good news for them. Dan deal, Dele Stephen has signed for Burnley from Brighton for around 1 million on a 2-year contract. Okay, there's some stuff. 17 hours ago, Manchester United will make a bid of around 90 million pounds for Jadon Sancho next week. If next week it will be 75 million upfront, then 15 in add-ons. Ed Woodward will tell Dortmund they will not be negotiating over the fee or structure of the deal. Ed Woodward will tell Dortmund they will not be negotiating over the fee or the structure of the deal. Let me do this. Maybe you are not seeing me. I'm really closed over there. Look at my reaction. Look at my facial reaction. What? Like what? I want to say this. What? Is it me? Does Eddie Woodward think that he's the one who's holding the cards in the negotiation of the deal of Jadon Sancho? Is Manchester United think that they are the ones who are holding the play cards of Jadon Sancho? A player we know that next season, if this COVID-19 thing goes away, he will be the most expensive player because a lot of different clubs will be interested in him. He thinks that Jadon Sancho needs United more than what United needs in Jadon Sancho. He thinks that Borussia Dortmund will be bullied out to agree on a 19 million fee, which they said they are not interested. They want 108 million for the player. And they said also in this transfer window, Jadon Sancho is going nowhere, but it seems like Ed Woodward here is the king. He's gonna say that he's not negotiating on the fee, and whatever he's gonna put on the thing, it's something that this team has to take with no any negotiation. Can you believe the nerve or the audacity of this man? The audacity that this man can just say something like that in public paper, tell that they're gonna put the money that they feel like the player deserves to be paid, and say on top of that, Ed Woodward will tell Dortmund they will not negotiate over the fee or structure of the deal. Wow. This is big for me. I don't even know what to say. My question now comes to all the United fans. Do you see Jadon Sancho coming to your club after this goes to Bayern Munich or to Borussia Dortmund? Do you see him coming to your club this season, this current transfer window? Do you see him at your club? After your managers or your bosses say that they will not be negotiating because they don't feel like they have to negotiate. They feel like they hold the keys over the player. Crazy news that I hear in the world of transfer, in the world of news of football. Just crazy for me to handle, and I will have to laugh and just look and say, wow, this is simply crazy. Aston Villa striker Edouard Mendy has completed medical ahead of his move to Fenerbahce. Source Sky Sports report. Sami Khedira is set to leave Juventus on a free transfer. An agreement on the termination of his contract is expected this week. Is this something that has been agreed with both club and the player? Let me know in the comment section, because Borussia Dortmund has Juventus has that audacity of letting players go out of just disrespect. So I hope there's actually something that has been agreed. You let me know in the comment sections. Sergio Romero is interested in joining Everton in a move that would put pressure on Jordan Pickford. There have been no discussion between the club, but it's understood that Everton have made contact with intermediaries to discuss a potential deal. The Times does report. I think you can check the video that I did when I was talking about Everton Football Club, how they've been this transfer, and I did mention that their weak link has been Jordan Pickford. So I've seen this guy do his work, Sergio Romero, and he's a good keeper, and I think he can actually come and take over from Pickford if he continues playing like he is doing. Tell me what you think in the comment sections, but that's what I think. Luis Suarez emotional goodbye video, Barcelona, the source will review it. You can check it out on the Barcelona page, guys. Chelsea are ready to send the Gafe Pony Kepa Abazalaga, whatever, out on loan after landing Rennes keeper Edouard Mendy on as their new first choice. Source Sun Sports. Done deal. Turkish side Fenerbahce have completed the deal for Aston Villa. Oh, that is now done. Oh, then there's a funny joke that has been put in the end before we leave these guys. Andre Pirlo, the first day Pogba trained with us at Juventus, we all loved how could Manchester United let a player like that leave for a free to join us. Buffon came to me laughing and said, they really let him go for free. He is a good player, guys. He is really a good player, Paul Pogba. And they had to buy him. Years later, they had to buy him 90 million. That hurts. United, that hurts. It means you should be careful of these youngsters you let go from the academy. They might come to hurt you. I'm just saying and passing by. So, In terms of transfer news, guys, I think if it is not, I've done justice trying to go back from what has been said before up to this one. That is my Twitter page that you're looking at. No, tweet. That is my my Twitter page, guys. If you're interested, please do us a favor, go check it out. It's Sam. Go show your appreciation by liking. But also, we've covered as much information as we could, guys, of all that has been happening. Please don't forget to click subscribe. If you are new, show your appreciation, and please try to absorb the information, especially United, which shocked me that they're actually saying that they don't negotiate over the signing of Sancho with the club that they want to buy from. That is just crazy for me even to handle. I want to hear your thoughts and your whatever you think in the comment sections below, guys. But if there's anything that I'm missing out, guys, please put them in the comment sections. I'll be back again in the next, it's 4 o'clock, in the next hour and a half minutes, where I'll be talking about my predictions for the games that are gonna be played this week. So please do take care of that, which is the game 3 for you. So please be available for that. You'll be shocked. Please show your appreciation by clicking subscribe if you're new. That helps us a lot. At the same time, if you're a Chelsea fan, I think this time you deserve to be celebrating over the transfers you have done this season. I think you have done justice to your team, and I hope they'll play a bigger role in what you achieve next season. So this has been Sam, guys, and this has been you. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed, please show your appreciation by clicking like, subscribe if you are new, and try by all means to just click the bell icon so that you never miss any video that we drop each and every time. But all in all, thank you very much for watching, guys. You are really highly appreciated for what you are doing for us, guys. We are still a new page, but we see it every day, your appreciation. We see you guys showing your things, even though our camera is not yet clean and things like that. Things will be okay, I believe so. But thank you a lot and very much for what you're doing for us, guys. It means the world to us. Thank you very much. It has been Sam, guys. I hope to meet you again on another video which is coming very soon.